Good morning, everyone. It is an honor for me to be here, and thank you for having me. Okay, I'm a founder of Adam Pastry and a company of consulting and a lot more. The major scope of this company is supplying desserts and cakes for restaurants, hotels, and cafes. I founded this company after I graduated from this college in 2014. So until now, it is still currently available. So if you want to order any dessert, you can call me. That's all for now.
Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Aaron. I'm the same intake as Adam, but I'm doing hospitality management. Right after I graduated, actually, I was a barista trainer. I used to work for Supplier. I used to train clients, and right after that, my dad retired, and my mom enjoys cooking. So my dad has this retirement plan to always own a food business, and they did not know how to do one, and they did not have anybody to guide. So I was there, and I left my job, and I'm now full-time, helping my parents to actually operate and also run the business for them as well, which is called Cafe 30 Seconds. And if you like to have good coffee, please do drop by.
Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Ken, and previous study is a Bachelor in Culinary Management in Berjaya. Yeah, okay, so after I graduate, I joined Westin Hotel as a commissary in Italian restaurant. Commissary is actually a position which is the beginner position. And then after 1 year, I left, and now I'm in charge in a cafe which is at Taman OUG, the Hub Cafe, kitchen, doing all the menus, all these things, cost control, deal with supplier. And I also have my own catering business, so whenever you got party or anything, you can actually find me there. Thank you.
So we had a brief introduction of our guest speaker today. Just to inform the students, this session is very informal, so if you have any questions anywhere in between the conversation, please do not hesitate to raise your hands and forward your questions to any of the speakers. And if you have a specific question to a specific speaker, also please let us know. And I think it's important to start with their inspiration and how do they get inspired to become their own boss, entrepreneurs. So maybe we can start with Aaron.
Yeah, what inspired me actually was back then I was still studying in Berjaya. I used to go out for outside catering with Mr. Ikram and the team. You know, I always loved service and I love to serve people. It was great, but then throughout the journey, I found mixology, which is rather interesting. Went and worked a little bit here and there in different bars, and I didn't really quite enjoy the lifestyle of working in a bar because it ends very late and I lose out a lot of friends. Halfway through the journey, in Berjaya, I met a senior, Yong Jen. He was doing coffee, and I find it very cool. You know, like you can make nice latte art on your milk-based coffee. Like it's pretty cool. You can pick up those anytime. That was back then, and I thought it was rather interesting. So why not try pick up this skill as well? And when I started learning about coffee from Mr. Fergus, I realized that making a coffee it's not as simple as a lot of Asian people think. Chong Kah Ken means you just make coffee. There's a lot of skill and a lot of knowledge involved in just making a cup of coffee. I would relate coffee like wine. It requires a lot of process behind the cup of coffee that you're enjoying. So from there, I actually took up a course called Specialty Coffee Association of Europe. So I'm actually a certified barista. And from there, when I know more about coffee, there's more knowledge that you can acquire from coffee. That pretty much inspired me to continue to move on. That's when I started doing training for clients. I help people develop SOP, and my dad has always this dream, I said earlier, to open a food business. So when he told me why not you come over and help me? And at the time I was like, cool, you know, at the age 21, yeah, to own your own business is like swag. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool to tell people like, you know, I'm owning a cafe. So, and what actually inspired me to own a cafe is that you serve good stuff to your neighborhood. This is the most important thing, because for me, I personally don't enjoy commercial products, and I love artisanal products. And a lot of people put a lot of effort in artisanal products. So that's what keeps my passion going to promote independent and artisanal stuff. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Aaron. Yeah. I would like to also, ask Ken, even though you are actually, the chief that is actually running the whole operation for the cafe that you actually, with a partner and also your boss, would you want to share with us what would be the most important thing that you think that you have learned, in your study, and that really differentiates you, among others?
Okay, for this case, because those people who actually taking culinary art, they will think that, yeah, okay, cook, whole life cooking, chef, start from the beginner and then cook until there's certain you've been promoted, jump this hotel, jump that hotel, and then, oh yeah, one day you're like a chef, you can control everything. And I will never expect that actually today I have to, doing cost control, like the receiving procedure. I have actually taken cost control in my semester 2 in Berjaya culinary art. So I have to actually understand the whole procedure, like, purchase order, what is purchase order, what are the systems that actually used to doing all these orderings, delivery order. Like, if one day the supplier send you all this, I will invoice you, like, what? What is invoice, man? I mean, why I need this? It's all, these all documents are very important actually for us to keep as a record, and how much actually you spend for your cost, So, it's not only that, maybe like managing people, like how you deal with all the consumer behavior. It's all what I also need to learn and apply in my industry, because all the guests have different preference. Like research paper you have done in the last semester, you actually have to know and acknowledge your target market, like who you actually have to deal with and what kind of food you actually have to deliver to. So for me, for my cafe, we are actually dealing with household, which all the Asian household. Asian, they don't really know how to eat spaghetti. When it comes to pasta, they will actually return my food and tell me, oh, this is very hard. No, I tell them this al dente, but no one actually aware what is al dente. So many attempts that you actually want to educate your customer that pasta have to be in this doneness. But then so many times failure, they return back your food again. And until there's certain, maybe one time you will just actually observe your guests, because you don't want to lose your guests. So you just cook until they're doneness. So whenever I see Asian, okay, plants longer, cook longer, as long as it's soft, we serve. That's what we do. Yeah.
Localization.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, Adam, we understand that you actually started this pastry business online, and yet to actually have a storefront, but it's already moving very fast. Would you like to share with us, like, how do you actually start this, especially, on the funding method that you actually use to actually start this business?
Okay, my first is, the main inspiration came from my late mom, who passed away already 13 years. She wanted to start her own bakery, but she couldn't at that time. And now I further this journey for her. So I started this Adam pastry using PTPTN loan. The extra after I graduated, I still have 2,000 balance. So after 2 years, I multiply until now. I slowly grow it, and now it becomes 30,000. So the main purpose of Adam pastry is to supply affordable quality products, which can be, what we call that, can be enjoyed by everyone. Soon I will collaborate with Secret Recipes. I supply brownies to them. It's still in planning process. maybe will start on January next year.
Well done. That's really inspiring. Yeah? So, ladies, gentlemen, your PTPD loan, don't simply blow it. Yeah, it will make good use for you. Yeah, for your career, your business.
I have another question to Adam. Since you started the business online, what is the main challenge when you start a business online without a physical store? What did you do first in order for you to attract? The first sales, or how do you initiate sales if it's done online?
First, I started Adam Pastry just by selling cream puff, if you remember. Yeah. From there, my customer base improved and getting much more longer. Then the demand is higher, and people start to order like cakes and all. And it is important for me for using the strategy of spread of mouth. Yeah, it helps me a lot. Media social nowadays helps a lot. Just don't use it as a wrong abuse of the social media. For example, like some of their customers sure will be hate you. Sometimes they will just condemn you, and your product is like this and like that. So just bear with it.
I suppose you can do some filtering, right, on your social media, so that you can actually manage better, right? So, but then besides this, what would be who is your role model that you would like to actually share, three of you, in your career or in your life, would you like to share with us?
My role model is Chef Eve, which is a pastry chef in 14th floor. She inspired me a lot, and we went to competition together, so that helps me a lot to build my career.
People who inspired me to do this is pretty much my senior. I don't know if you know him, Yong Jen. He's now operating the kitchen for New Chapter. I don't know if you know this cafe, New Chapter. Reason being why he inspired me is because it's my first time seeing someone so passionate in what they're doing. A lot of time you see in the F&B industry, a lot of people are just replicating and just doing something, and people are just paying money. But how many people are doing it out of heart? So when I saw him, making coffee and the way he talked about coffee, it really inspired me to further my knowledge in coffee and advance myself and to serve my consumer better.
For me, actually, my role model is my mom. Yeah, because since I was young, and I actually see her do bakeries, all these like hot dog buns. We never eat outside. My mom will just actually make for us, and she cook every day, and then we didn't actually dine out. So I slowly developed this passion also and interest in cooking. So like until today, I actually start up lunchbox service before, but then failed. Actually, not to say fail, but I actually switched it to catering. And now even doing catering, my mom will actually help out on my dessert. He's like she's not doing that for the money. She's doing that because she loves it. So that's what keeps me going on my cooking. Like every time, whenever I have my off day, I will actually cook something new for my family and ask them to enjoy it. That's what I do. And also, every time my catering service, after I done everything and then I'm going to send the food, so who's going to help me to clean up the mess? My mom. Yeah. So my mom actually very supportive, and actually she let me know, just do what you love, and then she's happy for it. So my mom actually inspired me a lot in doing this and keep it going. Yeah.
Good. What we actually can see is that there's entrepreneurs in them. Three of them actually. So besides this, what do you actually want to advise your current juniors, who are about to actually graduate? What would be the most important thing that they must actually learn now or pick up now before they actually even enter to the industry.
Just don't be afraid of what is ahead of you. Just do it. If you didn't do it yet and you don't know what is the challenges, and you won't be success.
An advice before you go to the industry. These two words mean a lot for me. From Mr. Fergus' class, he's just teaching coffee for most of the hospitality students in your first semester. These two words is very important when you go out to the industry as a beginner. You either adapt or adopt. These two words can mean a lot. You adapt, meaning you try to adapt to their culture and you fit in, and then you find yourself in there. Adopt is you take the entire culture as yours and you blend into it. These two things will actually help you improve, is that when there's challenges, you adapt to it. So that it's not, how to say, challenges will not come as negative to you. It will actually push you to further advance yourself, to improve yourself further. These two words actually kept me going a lot when I work, especially when I train clients. Clients have a lot of fussy requests and always try to keep their costs low. So, in the beginning, you have your own set of SOP. This is how you guide them. But after a few rounds of training, I realized that, whatever I'm doing cannot go on anymore because my clients have their own requests. It's their business, it's not mine. So I must ensure that they make money and not lose money. So I try to adapt and also adopt to what are the main clients are doing. Yeah.
So for my advice is we are all service industry, right? No matter events, no matter hospitality, or no matter you are a chef, we have to face one thing: wrong duration hours. You have to work one whole day. You have to stay all night, for all the event students, just to take everything, and then just to make sure the event success. For hospitality, you have to serve all the guests all the time. Whenever they wake up, or anytime, in the room service, whatever. For a chef, you have to cook because everyone need to eat, because we got breakfast, lunch, high tea, supper. You can actually address every single meal. So, for my advice is, actually you don't have to actually follow a rule or actually whatever. You just have to find what you actually want. I don't mind you actually went out and then you find out that, actually cooking not suitable for me. You can just go for sales. You can just go for insurance, As long as you are doing what you love, then that is more than enough. Because last time I used to be a promoter and actually with sales, but then I'm selling a sweet machine. It's still somehow related to F&B. So set a goal and everyday plan what you're going to achieve. It don't have to be a really big thing. Maybe just some changes. Yeah, better than yesterday, then that is more than enough. That's my advice.
So hopefully the students can get some advice from these distinguished panels that we have today. I think any of the students, do you have any questions? Do you have any questions to ask? No? I have a few questions to Aaron. In order for you to open your own cafe, can you give maybe an estimate to the students how much startup money that you need to use to open a cafe in a residential area?
Okay, when it comes to money, there are certain, amount that you put in. But again, for me, when a lot of people ask this question, to me it's how much do you want to invest into this business? Because there are a variety of things and there are a variety of materials that you can use for your construction. My cafe took about 500,000 to 600,000. We try to save as much as possible. We use reusable materials and also we try to keep a lot of costs low. Sometimes you don't need a lot of fancy equipment to produce fancy stuff. Fancy equipment doesn't make fancy things out of it if you don't know how to use it. To me, the most important thing is if you can keep your costs low and use something that is average, mediocre, that could at least sustain your business and make wonders out of it. you'll be a better person than someone who's using expensive stuff but generating nothing.
And to Adam, you started a pastry business at this age, very young age. I'm sure you had comments from other customers saying that you are young, so your product must not be very good. Normally we trust experienced bakers and pastries chefs. So what do you think about this statement?
Very subjective question. I had one of these customers paid me 1,000 ringgit and she want a wedding cake, but she doesn't describe anything that she want. Just bake it. I pay you and you bake it. So I sent a few photos and proposal. So I don't care. I just make it. Then I just return the money. And she said, "Wow, you so lazy. You only coolie, you know. I have money. I'm the king." So the customers always like that. They think if they have money, they can do anything. It's not that. Without us, all these chefs, you can't eat cakes. You don't even know how to bake cakes, but you have money.
So is that one of the most challenging customer that you've ever faced so far? Yeah. 1-3. So it's for her children's one of the herself. A second wedding, no wonder. She can't fail, okay? This time round, yeah? So how about Ken? Would you like to share what are the most challenging moments when you actually handle difficult clients or customers?
Challenging moment. For me, I face customer like this. Yeah. So I try to do things fresh in my cafe. Not mine, I mean, because I'm a chef in charge, okay? So they complain my pasta like what I say. They also complain my tomato sauce. And I actually have to deal with the guests because I'm the person who actually sent out the food. So the customer actually told me that my tomato sauce is sour. Oh, how great was that? Of course, man. I mean, tomato, it originally is sour. So I have to actually explain and educate to all the guests like what we are actually doing. These are actually the challenges. I mean, yeah, you guys will be actually very lost. I mean, after you graduate, what you gonna do in the future? So you actually try to find out, or maybe you just give yourself an off. You know, nowadays people love to go, you know, working holiday, traveling. I mean, give yourself a short getaway to just refresh your mind and think what you're going to do. But actually for me, I don't really agree about that. For me, I think that you have to actually work it on whatever you actually like, you know. You have to start to plan, you have to drop down on this. You don't say, oh yeah, actually talk very easy. You know, I got how many amazing ideas out there. This la, that la, this la, that la. You want to open up a business like what both of them have done. I mean, but when the time you want to open up a business, you have to know, you have to do research on how many costs you need. To achieve this actually opening capital per month, how much you have to save. How you going to save that money? You have to actually sacrifice your wants and rather you go for your needs. Like we going out cafe hopping, one cafe nowadays also 9 ringgit. But actually 9 ringgit you can actually tapao one nasi lemak and teh tarik, that's it. Or you can actually make your breakfast, make your lunch by your own. So one day you will feel that until there's certain that let it be lah. I will just work and then save some money and then just enjoy the rest of my life. That's not wrong also. I mean, just see what kind of pathway that you actually choose to be. If you want to be an entrepreneur, start to doing research on target market, like what location wise, all the consideration you have to take into account. If you want to become a motivation speaker, actually this is one of my second dream in my life lah, to be a motivational speaker. And today is actually quite important for me because it's another achievement of my life. I did that, okay. So for me, very important is As long as you love what you're doing, and then you do it well, you do it best, no matter how many times actually your boss